Hi everybody, you're watching UjjalDiscussion and Parvati and I are sitting on the rooftop. This morning wind is blowing and wind is very hard. Uh, we are literally shivering due to the cold and today the temperature is very low. I think compared to other days, there is no comparison actually. It's shivering. So today Parvati and I, after the class, we just took the decision that let's have a discussion in the open, outdoor practice, and we call it a practice rather than a video, right? So we thought let's just capture it. Okay, let's just capture this practice so that we can see like how much improvement we need as practitioners. But if you are watching this video, thank you so much because you and I, Parvati, I and you, we all are spoken English learners, so our goal is same, right? So that's why you are one of the companions, so you can drop a comment in the comment section that you are with us. So just say yes, I'm with you, this line. Okay, so without further drama, we can start. Really, it's the wind is blowing really hard. Yeah, and if we just it's a rooftop where we are shooting the video. If you find us that we are just blowing away, okay, so then somebody else will upload this video if they find our video intact. All right, so Parvati is going to be a raw, unedited, unfiltered video. I'm not going to edit it. I'll probably do a little bit of brightening of the video to see, to make sure that my viewers are able to see it. But we are not going to do any kind of, post-mortem, right? All right, so my question for you is that when we are doing this video, it's 6th Jan 2026, right? And it's Tuesday. And you remember I asked you a question like how you want to spend your how you spent your 2025 last year. You reviewed your last year in terms of spoken English. So if I want to ask you the same question in a different way, like how would you like to spend your 2026 for for improving your spoken English and doing stuffs that will improve you as a human being. So how will you describe that?
First thing first that I want to improve, and I've already shared with you, that is, I want to be more fearless when it's about trying something new. Whenever I try anything related to English, anything related to my personal and professional life, I always keep myself back, saying that you won't be able to get the change. You won't understand it, or you don't deserve it. So I want to bring the change. I want to be more fearless, and that will help me to try things that I have been putting off for quite a long time. And if I talk about spoken English specifically, I want to read more. In 2025, last time I shot a video where I counted that I read 25 books. Like, if I count 2 books a month, that's not sufficient at all, especially being a spoken English learner. I need to do more and more and more. So I have a target this year. I want to read as much as possible. And I want to work on my pronunciation. I want to work on my handwriting. Overall, 2026 would be full of learning. I will pay attention on my personal growth more than anything else.
Yeah, you mentioned a nice thing, and everybody, I think, can relate to it. You said fear. You want to be fearless. I think I'm reading a book right now, Courage is Calling by Ryan Holiday. And trust me, it is the book I think it should be read by everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody can say that, I don't have any fear. Everybody has fear, but the stuffs are different related to what kind of fear they have, right? So I just want to dive more into your this point, like when you talk about fear, you are not as fear as you were when you came to me for learning spoken English. Like you had a fear of speaking in front of people. I think there are a lot of people watching this video right now. Uh, some of them have this fear of speaking in public, or they don't want to speak English because they think their English is bad, right? When others are thinking their English is bad. So we don't know what's going on in others' mind, but we always take them seriously. And that's why our English is hampered. Our English, the quality of our English deteriorates. So I want to know, when you said fear, you want to be fearless. Like you said, I want to be fearless in 2026. What do you mean actually?
Especially, let's say if I talk about my professional life, like recently I have noticed I need to bring some change because I work there in a technical field, and whatever the knowledge, the basic knowledge I have till the point, it won't work further because technology is growing up and AI is
Changing.
coming. Yeah. I'm getting reminder from my managers over and over again, like every one of us, whoever is there in that field, that you have to upgrade yourself as much as possible. But when it's about technology, I'm always afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah.
Like let's say I don't want to change any settings there in my phone till the point being a technical associate. What if I forget it and I cannot bring that back? So these sort of small fears, these sort of subtle changes that I'm still afraid of, I want to change, I want to improve. And obviously when it's about speaking English, I am really afraid of people. Till the point, maybe I've done quite a few videos out there. Even last time I shot a video there on the train. But still, what if you ask me to do that right now in the neighborhood, I will hesitate. Maybe I will manage to do it somehow, but the nervousness will make me go crazy. So this sort of things, like things that seem very easy in the beginning, but I can't manage to do them.
Correct, yeah.
So I want to bring those small changes first, then only I'll be able to bring big changes.
While listening to you, actually, I had a thought, like the actual fear we must have that we don't have is fear of death.
Yeah.
When we have fear of death, we don't waste our time. We don't take things for granted, but we don't have that fear. We think like we are immortal. Right? We forget about our mortality, and that makes us do certain stuffs that actually make us feel regret.
Yeah.
If you notice, like you and I have done quite a few conversations offline. They're not recorded, by the way, so you can't watch them. But yeah, we have done playthrough of conversations where we talked about how the importance of reminding our death, and memento mori was your reminder. So I think these things really help. The actual fear that we have to have in our mind, we don't have. But the fear we should not have, like tomorrow I'm going to forget that I had this fear. We are very concerned about that right now. And that's why we are not able to enjoy and make the most out of our current time. So guys, I have a question for you. You have to just let us know that what kind of fears that you want to get rid of this year 2026 when it comes to spoken English. Now I have another question for you. I think there are stuffs that you have noticed that when you, last time we had a student in our class show home, and I'm so optimistic about the fact that I think I can shoot a video with Shom very soon on our channel. So I said, like, Shom's performance literally gave my students slaps because because he was the beginner, he came for the first time, and the way he spoke, I know that he was not grammatically sound, but when you were listening to him, you spotted the crazy level of confidence, right? That blew everybody's mind actually. So I want to know, like, when you're not a beginner, and I'm damn sure, Parvati, that you miss those days because there are a lot of advantages to stay up as a beginner. Because my senior students like you and Brishti and some other students, they in the middle lost their path. You people made mistakes, came to me afterward and said, Dada, I've made a mistake. Your sister, for an example, Shubhadra, Tuli, she lost her track because she thought as if like, what's more? So I think, I don't know, I used to use a term called, I don't know, now I'm not able to remember. And the beginner's problem, like teething problems that beginners have, it's called teething problems. I think those teething problems are important in our life. And becoming senior at a particular skill is more like a challenge than a solution, right? So how do you look at your current state as a, I don't know, like a spoken English learner who has spent like more than 3 years? You have spent more than 3 years?
It's about to be 6 years.
Where am I? She has been learning English for 6 years, and I feel like it's been 3 years. Wow. And I'm 33 years old. Yes, I must check it from my mother. I'm 33. Yeah, definitely I'm 33. Yes, I'm 30. Mom, please comment. Comment. Yeah. All right. So I just want to know. 6 years. It's a long journey. It's like you have been learning English since you were born. Like, anyway, but jokes apart, I just want to know, like, how do you look at this stage of your life as a spoken English learner?
Well, it's more challenging because these days I sometimes have to undone things in order to learn new things. As you mentioned, Shohom and some other people, even today the girl came.
Protik came.
Pratik, oh my goodness, how can I forget this guy? So this new generation is very, very confident. Like, whether they have to learn something, whether they have to do something, even though sometimes we cannot deny the fact that we make mistakes, but we are very confident.
No.
So in front of them, I have to be more meticulous with every detail.
Correct.
And whatever I'm learning, I have to be more careful. Now, making mistake is not a big deal.
Yeah, acceptable.
Acceptable, yeah. But if I'm improving it, if I'm pointing that out while I'm practicing or not,
Correct.
in my beginning phase, I could have been spared that, okay, you've made the mistake, Dada is there, so I have the right.
Correct.
Now my responsibility increases when I practice there at home. I have to be more careful with each and everything that I do, and I should not be afraid of making mistakes or ashamed of making mistakes.
Correct.
And especially, I have to have the attitude to learn from this new generation. Otherwise, if I have that ego with myself, if I have always the baggage of ego, I will not be able to go forward.
Yeah.
I will miss out things, even I will not be able to make progress because I will get stubborn with that specific thing I've learned. I will say, like, the neighbor uncles. I will become like neighbor uncles.
Or it's your misfortune that you have not been able to excavate some new stuffs which can give you new thrill to make you a student.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I know something and I know what I know. So that attitude is dangerous. It doesn't let us to do something more beyond, as Dada's favorite word, he says that it's my favorite word. So you won't be able to do that.
Yes.
You won't be able to go beyond you. Sometimes we forget we have something within us that we yet don't know.
Correct.
So to discover it, we sometimes have to unlearn things, and I think it's been 6 years, and at this point of time, this is the thing I have to work on.
Parvati, I suddenly, while listening to you, I remembered something like one of like the what can I say, like our common favorite author is Ruskin Bond.
Yeah.
So he has done the great level of anthologies, meaning that collection of short stories that you have read, you and I have read, whether it is like the greatest of all time, like Blue Umbrella or Angry River, or like this. So the room on the roof,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So these are the books that we probably know, and they're enough to give Ruskin Bond a distinction. But still, that guy is writing, right, in his 90s. So he's still writing. He's still finding or trying to find his path to stay alive, right? Not physically, but at the level of, what can I say? At the level of his heart.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like, spiritually, somebody is trying to stay alive. So I think this is very important that we don't get. The other day, I was sharing a word called complacency. It is a terrible, dangerous word that you get complacent. You are too satisfied to try something new.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, like we have been doing, I have been speaking English, I have been teaching English, and I've tried every 6 months something new in the class. You people have noticed it. And for that reason, I have had to cancel some of the classes in order to bring the authenticity and novelty in the class. And I have always done this. I don't want to be an obsolete spoken English teacher. I want to be a teacher who has minimum students but maximum novelty. Yeah, I understand that novelty doesn't always give you the efficacy or efficiency, but novelty is important. Otherwise, my students will get bored. I will get bored. I want to know, like, you share a lot of things, and I just want to compliment you on, or appreciate you on the consistency that you have been maintaining since the day you started learning spoken English. It's been 3 classes at my place after we have, entered in 2026, and you have done 3 classes. Like, you were present in those 3 classes. So I think really it's a matter of appreciation, and I really appreciate that. And you don't want to be appreciated. You always say, Dada, please don't do it. Otherwise, I know what kind of a person. Yeah. So yeah, it should be. But at the same time, like, I feel good that, and I always want to give, because you, despite and besides all your work and obligations, you come here and join the class. Guys, I'm not exaggerating. Excuse me. I'm not exaggerating. Parvati has been so consistent. I think I have not been as consistent as Parvati. Really, I'm telling you, like, without exaggeration. And she has always made me feel that she's so down to earth, and she's so humble. We all have to become humble, guys, if we want to learn anything. All right, I just want to get into another topic, which is, since it's a spoken English video, and you and I are sitting here to encourage people out there to speak more English, I think I want to talk about how we can get rid of fear of speaking wrong English. No matter how serious you are, this topic I just want to dedicate, or this subject I want to dedicate to the newcomers or beginners who have just started learning how to speak English. That I always say, that you are more than what you think you are. You can do more than what you think you can do. Why do I say that? I say it because I don't get 100% performance from my students, because their 70 to 80% is being held back by their fear, or that doubt, or that hesitation. So I just want to know, what would be your suggestion after 6 years for all the beginners out there, those who have started their journey of learning spoken English, that if they apply these tricks, they are able to get out of this fear and they can perform really well.
It reminds me of that greatest of saying by Steve Jobs, stay hungry, stay foolish.
So true.
So if somebody out there who is about to start English, or who has already started to speak English but is afraid of making mistakes, then you have to understand that nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect out there. Like, it's our conception, our imagination behind our mind that maybe he's perfect or she's perfect. We often discuss this sort of things, that we think people are from Oxford University, Harvard University. even though they still make mistakes. And there is always something beautiful about making mistakes. When you make mistakes, you have to understand that you are still learning something. You are on the way to make progress. So if you're making mistakes, don't think too much about it. Stay foolish. And if somebody is saying that, oh, you've just made a mistake, don't feel embarrassed. Just go to them and ask for help. Ask for their hand that if I have made the mistake, kindly correct me. I want to learn it. I want to do it.
Correct.
That humbleness will help you to do more and more.
Correct.
So I don't think there is any tip or trick. Just that you have to surrender to whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Like-
And I always say, Parvati, you probably can remember that. I think I still say this thing to my students, that admit that you don't know.
Yes. Like, you know that you don't know. That should be your philosophy when it's about learning anything.
Yeah.
Because what would you be doing knowing everything? You are getting stuck. There isn't any way. Like, let's
And at the same time, I think when you say that I don't know and you start, let's say you are in front of a class, okay? There are a lot of people. You are standing in front of them and you have been asked to talk about a topic. The first sentence you say, guys, I don't know how to speak English. My English is not so good. So forgive me if I make any mistake. Now you do not have extra burden on your shoulder to prove yourself how correct you are, what a big legend you are, right, in English. That certainly helps you to speak your heart out. Am I right?
Absolutely. I remember when for the first time 2 years back I joined my office, and I am not a tech savvy at all. So there was a game going on that you have to, maybe it happened during Christmas. Like, you have to write something either about somebody or about yourself or about whatever you want. So I remember I wrote,
I'm a pig.
and yeah, I am that, but I didn't write it down. So I wrote it down that, I don't know a lot of things. I'm a slow learner, so please bear with me. So the next day I went to that same place and I saw somebody else, I don't know who's that. Somebody else has written, you're slower than me. So that's how when you confess that you don't know,
correct.
you
Then-
get more space.
Yeah.
To-
And the other guy gets more confidence.
Yeah, somebody has got the courage to say that I don't
Yeah,
know, so
yeah.
why not me?
Why not me?
So you not
And there is no. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. There is also, what can I say? There is a freedom of confessing that I don't know, like for the other person, right? That he or she gets encouragement. That, oh, if Parvati is able to say that she doesn't know this, then what's stopping me?
yeah, like you make more space for others as
Correct,
well. You
yeah.
help them
Yeah.
to get out of their fear zone. So that's what I think. Surrender and think that you know nothing.
Wow.
Right? Every day, even though you've learned English for quite a while, for decades, every day you are entering the class and you are entering with a blank mind that I know nothing. I will learn something new, and that will help me to go farther.
Absolutely, Parvati. You remind me of something that we also do consistently, and that is practicing. Like, when it comes to practice, the common excuse, Parvati, that you hear is that I don't have practice companion. But when you go and ask them that, then how do you browse your phone if you do not have any practice companion? Right? You are able to browse your phone without any companion. No problem. Then why can't you learn English without any companion? If your phone is able to make you busy or keep you busy with billions of things that's happening in the world, then why can't you get busy with only one thing, and that is a language? Right? We have different chatbots, it can talk to you and everything. So I just want to know, I think saying I do not have any companion to practice my English with in 2026 is absolutely garbage. I think, like, you have plenty of, as I said, plethora of tools that you can make the use of in order to increase your fluency. What do you say? Like, when people say that, yes, what's stopping me is that my lack of companion problem. So what would be your answer?
Well, as a fellow practitioner, I understand. I totally understand your point. The fear works, and when you get somebody, you feel more comfortable or confident. It's okay, but making it as an excuse is completely bizarre. I
Absolutely.
especially when I make the same mistake, I say that to myself that how stupid you are. You're saying this at this era. When you have your phone, you want to scroll your phone, just utilize it
Yeah.
to do something,
Yeah.
or to at the end of the day, at least you can say that I used my phone for this long because I was doing something meaningful.
Yeah.
So you won't have any companion when you're doing something better.
Correct.
When you're doing something courageous, especially everybody is out there to say you have to do this and that, but nobody's there to show you the path. So you have to do it. Last time I was shooting another video on this one, that how to practice alone. Practice garbage. Practice
Yeah.
anything and everything. We were doing this game last day in our class, that we were challenging ourselves with everything we got in our mind. We have to speak.
Yeah.
So maybe something nonsense is coming in your mind,
yeah.
that I think my sister is so stupid. I don't
Yeah.
know. Don't If you have a sister, don't speak it loud. Otherwise, you are in danger.
And you should not take Parvati seriously at this moment.
Yeah.
And if Shubhadra is watching this video, it's just for fun, Shubhadra. Don't take it personally.
Yeah. Don't kill me. So yeah, jokes apart, but do it anyway. Just that you have to have an intention. Like yesterday, I was reading the 4th January Daily Stoic, like
From meditation, yeah.
yeah, from meditations. So there, Reinhold was saying that you have to have an end in mind.
Mind, yeah.
You have to have an intention. It could be worst, it could be the best one, but have something. Finish it. Like, I want to learn English because I want to be this. Whether it would happen or not, it would be. You cannot control it.
Yeah,
I can say.
absolutely.
So I don't know what to say, but I think that should be the motivation that there is in anybody. For you, you have to do something that is appropriate for you. You have to take the first step.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. I think what Parvati has just said, that it's very important that we. The last line really resonated me a lot, and I'm thinking about it. That sometimes we start, but we don't finish, and that's our problem. Like, okay, if you go and ask a random guy this time in 2026, this year, you find that he or she wants to do like great deal of things. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to also do this. And when you look at their life and the way they're spending their days, you see no commitment, right? You can do stuffs, or you can get better at that if you do it for the longest period of time, right? So I think duration matters, and it also matters that you are able to understand that, okay, it is going to take time. So Parvati, and you have to finish it. Like, I think you can't finish anything. But you can finish an activity, guys. You cannot finish learning spoken English. You can finish 1 hour of practice. Try to understand the difference between these two things. Okay, so now my next question is that about another categorical question, which is vocabularies. Now, today I think Dhiman was asking in the class that, sir, how can I remember the words that I need when I am speaking English? And you used a word in our conversation today, meticulous, and you probably you used it before, but I think I have heard this word from your mouth today after a long time. I think I don't remember when you did it last time, but today you have done it, and it sounded really well. So I just want to know that how can somebody improve their stock of vocabularies, or how can they add new vocabularies in their word of stock, a stock of words, so that they can speak better English?
I don't know what suggestion could be, but what I do personally is creating different situations, whether it is happening or not. Like last night, what happened? I was thinking about something. I was already on bed, and it was 12:30, and all of a sudden, that word popped in my mind. That is insurmountable.
Yeah.
So I don't know what situation made me think of it, but I think I was going through a mind practice. So this helps me a lot when I'm creating different situations. Let's say you want to use the word quarrel. So you have to think about an incident where some people are gathering and there is a great mayam going on, and you have the word, the appropriate word to use it. Right? They're quarreling with each other. So for me, that trick works when I create different situations and I gather them in my mind so that later what I do not need to. And it also helps to practice, Dada. I often say that I don't have any topic. So why not creating a situation and talking about it? The way we watch a couple of videos on YouTube that two people are meeting at the airport or two people are meeting at the bus stop. So the conversation they're going through, maybe they're talking about an accident, maybe they're talking about an wedding. We have to create the situation so that we can get the related vocabularies. So that works for me, and I have started to follow my 2026 goal, that I'm carrying that small diary, as you mentioned, you suggested us, so that whenever word is coming in our mind, we are writing it down. Every single thing that is coming in your mind, word specifically I'm talking about, you're jotting it down, so that and you are carrying it everywhere, so that whenever you are not able to remember it, you're opening it up and recognizing it. So these things can help us, and the surrounding things we know. We have to read books, we have to listen to things in order to not only to get vocabs, but to understand how to pronounce them. Yeah, I think I've pronounced well.
Yeah, you have pronounced really well, but I really want to ask you another question. I think this question is going to just give the wrapper of our entire conversation. Okay, so if we have to wrap up this entire conversation nicely, then I think no question is better than the question I'm going to ask you now, is how you can, or we can, all these spoken English learners can maintain consistency. Because like, it's the tip that you have just shared related to learning vocabularies, how to speak English fearlessly in front of public, etc., etc. We need to be consistent. Like, okay, I'm following this method just once a month, it's not going to help me. I have to be consistent. Maybe the duration is less some days, more some days. We can compensate. When we have done the mistake, we can compensate the other day. But if we are not consistent, Parvati, then I think we're not going to be able to get the most out of what you have suggested in this video. So I just want to know, like, how will you motivate us in terms of lifting our confidence so that we can maintain consistency at least throughout 2026?
Can we make it an emergency?
Oh, sure.
Like we like, that is the thing that we have to do. We have to make it as an emergency. Whenever I sit down to practice English, I always say that I'm not English is not a part of me. I am the part of it, so that it can never ever be shunned.
Correct.
Even though I won't be able to live without it. And if I, as Dhiman was probably talking about it, that I know why I'm learning this. There should be a purpose. That is an emergency, and that will help us to keep doing it over and over again. And I think fear sometimes is really helpful. It can be a great friend to us. When you have fear to lose something, especially these sort of things, don't be afraid while learning it, but be afraid when it's about losing it.
Correct.
So every day you're joining the class and you're learning something. The next day when you need to motivate yourself, you're saying, if you don't join the class, you will miss something.
Correct.
You won't be able to speak the way you spoke yesterday.
Correct.
So that emergency can help us, and that fear, And as I said, stay hungry. If you think that you have got everything, you don't need it for any reason, then it won't help.
Yeah.
Like, no trainer can make you speak this language if you don't want to speak. Become your own trainer. So that you have to push, like as David Goggins says, that I have to be the one who's pushing me.
Yeah.
If my trainer is asking me to give 50 push-ups, I'm gonna give 100.
Yeah.
So do more and more and more, and be afraid when it's about losing it.
No, you said it really well, Parvati. You talked about emergency. Like, if we wanted, we would not have done this video. Like because the weather is such that it's like freezing us.
Yeah.
We are in the refrigerator, like right now. In the refrigerator. So the point is this, guys. It's like we thought we have to do it. We decided, despite all the obstacles. I think you cannot expect a perfect day. I really get encouraged or get a lot of motivation by simply reminding myself a quote that I probably read from Robin Sharma's book. He said, "There is no perfect day.
Yeah.
Take the day and make it perfect."
Make it perfect.
Like that, make it perfect. It actually gives us a lot of responsibility and a power. That make the word is so empowering.
Yes.
That you have all the ability to make that day perfect for you, right? So guys, thank you so much. It's been a long conversation, and if you there is a video you may find in the description where I talked about 4 things that you have to do to improve your English on a daily basis. LSRW: listening, speaking, reading and writing. So listening, the first alphabet stands for listening, and guys, without listening you cannot learn a language, right? So use this podcast, the kind of conversation Parvati and I have done today, as a listening practice, and I make sure you're gonna get a lot of words and sentence structures. And by the way, let me tell you honestly that our first language is not English. Our first language is Bengali. We learned. I started learning at the age of 16. Then I learned for 10-15 years. After that, I started teaching them. And after teaching, I realized that yes, I was learning a lot of stuffs. So yeah, that's the thing. If you are thinking that, okay, we are speaking English fluently, we know who we are, okay, and what our quality is. So we know our aukat basically. So but don't just plant this misconception in your head that if these people are so fluent, I think I'm not fluent, how can I speak? We started from zero, exactly where you are standing right now. We were there. I think I was there at 17, 18 years ago. She was there 5 years ago. Do you understand what I mean? Everybody starts from zero, right? Guys, it's been pleasure talking to you, although you are not present in front of us, but we assume that you are here and smiling and enjoying. And thank you so much, Parvati. It's been pleasure talking to you. And last but not the least, don't you think we should have conversations like this? I have really enjoyed this conversation today. What about you?
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking when I was shivering literally, and I thought that when we plan for a video, we have everything ready that this would be the topic that we are going to talk about. Like, especially me, I messed that up. But today, when we don't have any topic in mind and we just started shivering and we took it as a challenge, so I've really enjoyed it.
By the way, we never have a topic actually when we sit down. We just make topics, right? We never follow a script. Our conversation is very random. You can check our older conversations that I and Parvati had. Parvati and I had, by the way, grammatical mistakes anyway. So, although these are minutiae that is actually not caught or taken, but we try to rectify ourselves on camera. All right, you take care, everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And Happy New Year. Keep practicing. 2026 has arrived. You are part of this year, so you have to make this year glorious. All right, speak English gracefully. Until next time, you take care. Keep practicing. Bye.